Hello everybody, this is TheLisol on my third attempt at recording this video. This is my year 2023 year in review and December updates on my main account, TheLisol. I was really busy over the past month with work, a bunch of real life stuff, which we'll get into at some point here in the near future. So I'm basically condensing all of December into this video as well. So let's get started. So for this project, I put together the spreadsheet here, breaking down my gearing progress. I put together my farm into 4 tiers, 4 to 5 characters per tier, trying to get one character to their goal each week and another character up to G12 or G13 within the same week. So you can see I've been working on Leia, Jedi Knight Cal, and Rey. Rey and CK I finished months ago, and Leia was my current project. As you can see, I finished Scout on 12:10. I finished Rex on 12:24, and who else? Drogon on 12:17, putting me in a position where I was able to unlock and take GL Leia up to Relic 8 before the end of the year, which was in fact my goal. So the changes to the raid structure and to the gear economy have put me in a position where I can bring up the back half of my roster, taking characters up to the minimum usable level, also where they have the most use in their ships, gear 11. This year I was able to get 58 out of 79 of the characters that weren't in my active farms at the time up to gear 11, so I was able to get just over one a week. Now that's also with the help of the Lightspeed bundles and things of that nature, but a lot of those characters I had gotten before I got the Lightspeed bundles, some after. It, didn't always work out for me. Sometimes it worked out for me very well. Basically all I have left are the crappy Jedi, the really shitty tunes, and some Night Sisters and the Bad Batch. So I pre-recorded my gearing for the month. Let's take a look at that. So we start by taking what's her name, the Scout up to Relic 7. This is a character I've not used at all yet. I don't even have my Iden on defense this month, or this GAC, so I haven't even been able to put her on that team. And as of today, which is Thursday, we did the first GAC. I was not able to even use it. It was a really soft defense I was able to crush through. Alright, so we get Ewok Scout up to G11, Short Trooper up to G12. We start working on these other Ewoks. This is all just for raid viability, basically. Alright, and then we start adding some skills to Paz. I want him to be usable for when we go to the Conquest, so I can get the heat and the light side Mando stuff. I've been pretty far behind on Conquest just because of time. I'll probably get the gold crate this time around and hopefully get the red crate the next time around. Here we go. We get Drogon up to R7. This was my second to last requirement. I believe my last one was Rex. So we get Drogon up to R7 here. We go back, take a look at Gar Saxon and Rex, both of which I want to take up to G12. Gar Saxon I'm going to be doing mainly because I like the Mandalorians, but also because my guild needs him for the TB. I take Zam up to G12 as well. I'm going to have a lot of G12s here in the very near future. It's pretty damn easy to get characters up to G12. All right, we're just looking at what is needed now for crew, because I'm going to be working on SLKR in the immediate aftermath of Leia. We're getting some carbonite circuit boards, yada, yada, yada here. Choose not to take them up a relic level. Then we go through the G11 thing, and not much I can do. One level on Baze and a couple on Luminara, one on Landino here. All right, now we're working on Keller and Beck. This is the 24th, I believe. So we get Keller and Beck up to gear 8, get some ability levels on him. I'm going to be working on Bo-Katan, even though I didn't think I would immediately. just because I like Keller and Beck. I like having the flexibility of having yet another Jedi. I was able to get a bunch of Zetas in the event here, the additive drops. So I'm able to put the Zetas on Drogon and then on R2-D2 and still have the Zetas I need for Leia later. Here we go. We get Rex up to R7 here, which is really nice because I've got the Phoenix now because of the Lightspeed bundle. It's a really crazy good team, even at just Relic 3. They're a team I'm going to consider taking up to higher relics here in the near future. This carbonite circuit boards again. It's just something I'm always kind of low on. I did spend time this month farming just CCBs though. So now I'm ready for the Leia event. We take Cam up. I'm working on Cam, much to my chagrin with the Get 3. I have a feeling he's going to be required for something in the next year or so. All right, so we get Chirrut up to Gear 11, but not Baze. We just keep looking here. We get Bodhi Rook up a little bit. Just, you know, some of these garbage characters that I don't really use very much. Or ever, honestly. And then, here we go. This is directly after unlocking Leia. Or, basically this was a couple of days after the last. So I was able to get, I had a bunch of tickets ready to go. I'm able to get her up to G12 here in this first initial go around, and then come the next couple of days, I'm able to get her up. But I wanted to make sure I had her unlocked for GAC, even if it was just G12. She did require a ton of those, what do you call them, the med packs, which were a pain. And I put all the Zetas on her because I was able to farm up enough, thank God. And even though the Galactic Legend Zeta doesn't really do much at G12, get it knocked out. All right, and now we're back here. We're getting Paz up a star level, getting Leia up to R8, I believe. She will be R9 at some point in the near future, but we'll go into that here in a few minutes once I get to that slide. So yeah, I got enough to get Leia up to R8, so that's where she goes. I don't really have her at the speed I want her at. She's at like 525. I wish she was just like 10, 15 speed faster. I'll figure something out though. All right, that's that. So tracking my progress, this is the end of the year here. I went from at the beginning of the month at 10.083 million to 10.290 million. That's 200,000 GP. I do believe that there was at least one Lightspeed bundle in here. At least the Phoenix one, if not the Phoenix and the, was it the Bando one? Zetas, I went from 221 to 228. Omicrons from 26 to 28. G13s, we went from 150 to 165. Yeah, that 1210 to 1217 must have been the two Lightspeed bundles. G12s, we went from 16 to 16, basically stayed the same. G11s, we went from 41 to 32. We lost a few because of the Lightspeed bundles. So my project for next week, the first relic character of 2024 is going to be Gar Saxon. I need him for TB ops, and also I've used him in GAC in threes with Maul, ISC, and Gar Saxon. I've almost killed a Leia with that, and with him at G12. So this is a character I think can be pretty powerful. I do have them modded pretty well for what they are. So yeah, we'll see. As far as gear goes, he doesn't really require a whole lot of any particular piece. It seems like every piece is something different. He doesn't. Only thing I can see is he requires 2 of the security scanners. So my plan for next week is dark side, light side. We're doing Kairos. Paz is getting 2 refreshes. Cantina signal data all day, every day. Fleet, we're doing med packs, security scanners, hypo syringes. And my goal for next week is to have a G13 Gar Saxon and an R7 crew, because we are working towards SLKR next. So 2023 in review. with these nice graphs right here. Oh, my wife is texting me. Nothing I don't know. This one up top here is my gear progress. You can see how many G13s are the dark blue, G12s are the gold, and G11s are the purple. And so as a share of my roster, basically the G11s and G12s have stayed the same as a share of my roster, but as they in total honestly have stayed about the same as well, while my G13s have risen. And it's a pretty steady incline, except you see right there on like 10.1 there's a big jump, and on 12.10 there's a big jump, and those are the Lightspeed bundles. Zetas and Omicron growth. Omicrons I don't apply too frequently, so as you can see it's almost a straight line. On a long enough timeline it would look flat, and in Zetas it's just gradually growing. I went from 150-ish to 220-ish over the course of the year, and then my GP growth here went from 7 million and some change to just over 10 million. It's nice to be able to see it visualized. So my my milestones this year. In quarter 1 I was able to unlock Grand Inquisitor. In quarter 2 no major milestones, but in quarter 3 I was able to get Jabba, Leviathan, and Sith Eternal. And in quarter 4 I was able to unlock Rey, Jedi Knight Cal, and Leia. So I hope to have as productive a year next year as I did this year, although probably not, just because I've pretty much caught up at this point. So next year's goals, we're working on SLKR. We want Lord Vader, Bo-Katan, Mandalore, whatever the next GL is. So that's 3 GLs. The next Meta Fleet, the next Journey, and to be in Kyber 1. So that's pretty much everything. The only thing I don't have in there is Afra. Afra is something I may or may not work on in the near future. Something that might have to wait, maybe after I catch up on GLs and Bo-Katan and the next Meta Fleet, but maybe it's something I decide I want to have earlier than that. So this is what I'm going to be working on next now that my Leia is done. We've broken this down into 20 characters here, all of which, except for a handful, are G13. The only ones that aren't are right here, Maul and Baze. I'm trying to increase the beefiness of my roster, I would say. So I'm trying to take certain characters up to higher relic levels than they're currently at, while also unlocking SLKR. So you can see at the top here, we've got SLKR at R8, Crew, Kylo at R7, Hux at R7. I've got Crew on here twice actually, so I can replace that with something. Then in the second tier, we're working on the Jabba team, getting Jabba, Chrysanthemum, and Scando up. Jabba to R8, Chrysanthemum to R9, Scando to R7. I understand Chrysanthemum at R9 is kind of a luxury relic, but I've got it at R9 on my alt account, and it is friggin' awesome. It gets so many holds. It's a beastly team with full R7s and an R9 Chrysanthemum. Then we're going to work a little bit on my JMK team. So we're going to get Kat and Ahsoka up to R7. Then we're going to go back and finish off the Leia team. We're going to get Leia and Drogon, Kanan and Old Ben all up. Leia to R9, Drogon to R8, Kanan, Old Ben up to R7. I want to get my Daka up to R7. And then we're going to do C and Bane, R8 and R7 respectively. Then we're going to do Mace up to R7 because R3 is just not good enough. It works, but I'd really like to have him at R7. Maul at R7, and then Baze. So that way I can move my Kanan back out of my Leia team or my Old Ben, depending on how I want to do it, and move them back to where I believe they truly belong. With Old Ben, Star Killer, in my opinion, and with Kanan, the Phoenix, obviously. But because we're doing that, we're also going to be concurrently running this G13 chart. I want to prepare myself for my next set of journeys. So what we're going to do is we're going to, while we put relic levels on other characters that don't have relic levels, or that want more relic levels, we're going to take characters that are not G13 yet, up to G13 and relic 0. They'll be a little more viable, and I'll be positioned to where I can go after their journey character when I'm done with my relic catch up. So that first tier is Bad Batch. That's a huge Cairo sink. Once it's done, though, it's done. I'm right there for Lord Vader. Then we got Newt, Iden, Zam, Embo, and Tusken Raider. So that's obviously preparing for Lord Vader. And Iden is just awesome. She deserves to have relics. Tier 3 is the Bo-Katan and Afra farms. I was saying earlier, might not be working on Afra, but I still want to prepare myself for it. So I'm going to take all the Afra and Bo-Katan Mandalore requirements up to G13. This should only take me, what is this, 16, 17 weeks? So it should take me about 3 months to get this done. Hopefully I can get the other sheet done in that same amount of time, and then we will be sitting pretty. All right, what do we got next? Oh, that is it. So thank you guys for coming for my year in review for 2023 for my main account. And I will see you guys in week 2 of 2024. I guess, will it be week 2 or will it be week 1? We're looking at a calendar real quick here. The first was Monday. So it will be my first update for 2024 on January 7th. Anyway, thank you again for coming, guys. I really appreciate it, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace out. Thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, be sure to like, subscribe, comment in the comments section down below, and you can join me on Twitch or Discord. Both have links in the description. I hope to see you guys there.